Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So we had a pretty solid break out of this channel, and that for me at the moment validates a measured move, and that measured move is basically a fairly strong move. And I'm just going to go to the weekly for this one, and brings us back to all-time highs. So that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. And if you just come back to the 8 hour, you'll see there is a inverse head and shoulders in amongst this, and then there's an even bigger one here as well. The neckline's all the way up here, which would exceed previous highs completely. So yeah, for me at the moment, pullbacks are to be bought. Not too keen on what's happening with the oscillator at the moment, so we obviously need to pay attention to the lower time frames more than we do to the higher time frames. And if we look at the 3 hour, this week started off with a bit of an exhaustion bar. As I said to you yesterday, we need to pay attention to what happens. Yeah, we didn't get a pullback to buy into it, but we will look at the lower time frames. But look at how these moving averages are pointing straight up. So if you're familiar with the Bill Williams theory, he talks about the alligator, and pretend these three lines are similar to his alligator. When they group together like this, it's sleeping, and then when the alligator opens its mouth and the jaws are open like that, that is a fairly strong trend that is brewing, and you're looking to you're looking to buy the break of every fractal, which is every tail where you see these marks. Same thing will be in the Bollinger Band theory. You'll see, if you look at it in the Bollinger Band, you'll see that this is all getting into a Bollinger Band squeeze, and now all of a sudden you'll have the Bollinger Band pointing straight up and point straight down, and we are moving pretty solidly to the upside. So this is the start of a fairly strong trend in my view. If we start pulling back to the hour, yesterday I said to you, we had this consolidation. You're either looking at a break and retest of that, or you're looking for a pullback onto structure. We didn't get a pullback. We got the break, but we didn't get the retest. A little bit of divergence brewing, sort of, at the moment. Not these last two sessions here, but sort of from here down. Not really anything to write home about, in my view. Moving averages are strongly pointing to the upside. I suspect more upside to come today. So what you're looking for is opportunity to buy into this. And unfortunately, I don't think you're going to get a pullback down to 3,500 because that is the closest bit of structure. So drop down into a lower time frame and pay attention to what's going on here. So for me right now, this is an area of resistance. I'm looking for a break and retest of that. It's basically just consolidating. So it's moved up, consolidating after hours. Could consolidate through the European session, although I doubt it. I think European tech stocks, or should I say, some of the car stocks that have electric vehicles in the making, or production lines starting, etc., are going to fly on the back of the Tesla results yesterday. So there could be some people just making some early punts, or a lot of people making early punts on those European car stocks. And they are predominantly in the DAX. So DAX and the Dow are fairly closely linked. So I suspect we're going to have some kind of a pretty sharp move early in the session. And the question is whether it's going to continue, or whether we're just going to gradually grind higher like we are at the moment. So yeah, I think pullbacks are to be bought at the moment. And anything between the 5 and the 15-minute charts is what you're looking for. You do have a bit of a gap here. You can see on the 5-minute chart, structure off the 155. In other words, price action off the 155. There's a pin bar, there's an inside bar, there's a pin bar, and an engulfing bar off the 155. If you start seeing that kind of structure on the 5-minute, great opportunities to jump in and then get your stop below the previous swing low. And in this case, for example, in this one here, your previous swing low was here, and you want to stop below that. And if you were jumping in here, your previous swing low was all the way down here. Here, same scenario, swing low was down here. So you just keep your stops relatively far from where you are to start with, just to get get traction, because sometimes it does just squirt back down and come up, and obviously it comes down to chase your stops. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. Pay attention to this. I think you're just going to grind in this little channel at the moment until the market opens. You might drop as low as that, but I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think you're looking for opportunities to buy and possibly hold through the night for tomorrow as well. I think there's a lot going on at the moment, which is just indicating a bit of a recovery that is starting to happen. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.